Hello, everybody.
Hello.
We are back here once again for another Web MacGuffin exclusive. I love titling this. Another top five. My name is Allen, and I am joined by
Brandi.
And today we are going to be talking the top 5 movies all set in one place. So I think the last time you went first, so this time I shall go first.
Okay.
My number 5 is a film directed by Stanley Kubrick, and that is The Shining. I mean, the what is it, the hotel or whatever it is. This is my top 5. I'm like, whatever it is. Anyway. Now, Kubrick does this really interesting thing in pretty much all of his films where you can't literally take everything at face value. There's always some sort of like this deeper menace going on. And I think in The Shining, you could totally tell that with the house. I mean, or I'm sorry, the hotel. I mean, the hotel itself is creepy, right? I mean, with the coloring and how big
living
it is.
Living in a giant empty hotel is pretty creepy.
Yeah, pretty much. And the film itself is pretty crazy. I like the fact that Stanley Kubrick made the film so that we don't know quite sure exactly what's going on. Like, all of a sudden there's like this party going on, and all of a sudden we see this dude in a bear suit.
And it's like the location itself is kind of like a character in the film. So...
Yeah. Yes.
Well, my number 5 is also a horror movie, but it takes a lot different approach with its one location, and that is Paranormal Activity, which is set entirely in one condo that is a lot smaller than a hotel, and does it really effectively, I think. Like, the number of scares that they're able to get into just like a door opening and a door closing. Great.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's one of those horror films where, I mean, it doesn't rely on like gore or brutality or anything like that. They do like these old school tricks of like not knowing what's behind the door and hearing these weird noises and not knowing exactly what's going on.
Suspense and anticipation.
Yes. It's a really good film. Are you excited about the sequel?
No.
Okay.
But I'll watch. I mean, I'm excited, but I'll watch it. I hope it's good.
Yeah. All right. My number 4 is a film that kind of cheats the rules of being in one place, but
cheating already.
The meat of the story takes place in one place, so I think it totally counts for this list, and that is Dog Day Afternoon, directed by Sidney Lumet, starring Al Pacino. I mean, this is a great movie. This is one of my
It is a really phenomenal movie. It's one of my favorite movies too, but I don't think it belongs on this list, Alan.
I think it does, because the majority of the film, I mean, 95% of it takes place in the bank.
Out on the airstrip. I don't know about that one.
Oh, Brandi. The film works because it's all set in one place. I mean, yes, you can say that the beginning and maybe the end kind of doesn't count, but I do think it does count for this list.
All right, well.
Yes.
I don't know.
All right.
We'll time it. Next time I watch it, I'll time it and see how much takes place.
You'll do the actual like ratio.
Percentage.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Well, my number 4 takes place all in a school, and that film is The Breakfast Club. This is John's favorite movie of all time, a tidbit, but it takes place all inside of this. I'm sorry. What is that from the peanut gallery?
Spencer off camera is pointing that
takes place
Brandi did the exact same thing
campus,
that I did.
Okay,
where
he walks
at the end
across
of my
the football
film,
field at the very end.
They go to the airfield, but at the end of hers,
the airfield
it goes
is
to
not
the
right next to the bank.
Field, so
okay, it's not like
yeah,
your
but the
plane
scene
is right
takes place
outside.
right next to the scene where they're at the actual bank.
The scene takes place next to
the scenes are put next to each other, so it counts.
I mean,
it
the
totally
one scene
counts.
is in Hawaii and the next scene is in Australia, but they're like next to each other.
Yeah, but it's not like a whole scene though. You know what I mean? It's just the end. Anyway, yeah, I mean, Breakfast Club is a good movie though. Even though it kind of cheats this.
It does not. No, that does not cheat. That does not cheat at all.
I mean, what do you count for it though? I mean, do you count the actual library, or do you count like the part where they're all walking?
Okay, well, let's talk about your number 3 because I can see it right now.
All right. My number 3 pick is from Kevin Smith, and it's Clerks, which is set
has scenes that take place out on the street
in and around
Jay and Silent
the
Bob,
convenience
right?
store. What?
outside on the street.
Yeah,
We
but it's
flashed
in
outside.
and around the convenience
Yeah,
store,
and they
though.
go to the funeral.
But they don't include that whole scene. It's only like a little part. It's like 1%
You're
of the
such
whole
a
movie.
cheater. Oh my god, you're the ultimate cheater.
This is awesome because I actually came up with this list. I mean, I actually came up with this subject. But yeah, I mean, Clerks. You have to admit. I mean, Clerks wouldn't be Clerks without the convenience store, right?
Having a key location and being set all in one location are two very different things, Alan.
That's true. I don't know about that.
All right. Well, my number 3 is a film that takes place all in and directly outside of a large house, and that is Arsenic and Old Lace, which is a classic Cary Grant comedy that is based on play.
Dang.
Have you seen it?
No, I have not.
It is one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. It is just madcap craziness. Like, Cary Grant's about to get married, and he's trying to introduce his bride-to-be to his crazy family, which is 2 aunts who like to poison people and bury them in the basement, and an uncle who thinks he's Teddy Roosevelt.
Wow.
So,
What do you know?
yeah, and it's got, I mean, it is a weird play that was turned into a weird movie that is absolutely freaking hysterical, and it's just people running in and out of this house, and that's the only location.
Wow. Is it better than Philadelphia Story?
No, but it is almost as funny.
Oh, okay. Nice. I'll give that one a look. My number 2 pick, I'm actually going to go with Sidney Lumet again with his very first feature film, and that is 12 Angry Men.
It's a great movie.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it's a great movie, all set within that room.
legitimately all takes place in one spot.
Yeah, exactly. Just like all my other picks. I mean, you have Harry Fonda, you have Lee Cobb as the 2 jurors that are going head to head. It's set in the middle of summer, so it's burning hot in there. You can literally see them sweating. I mean, it's very intense, and the way the story folds out, you get to learn just as much about the characters than you do about the actual case. I mean, it's filmed great, acted, edited. I mean, what else can I say about it? You know,
It's great. I mean, I remember the first time I saw it, I wasn't even expecting it to be so great because it sounds kind of like, oh, it's gonna be 12 dudes talking for 2 hours.
yes,
Worth your time.
it is worth it. Yes, don't see the remake though.
All right, my number 2 is another horror movie, and that is The Thing, John Carpenter's The Thing, which, you know, basically the point of the movie is that they're trapped. And they cannot get away from this Antarctic compound where they are trapped with The Thing.
Now, is it terrible of me to say that I actually haven't seen this movie?
Yes, that is a terrible thing to say.
Damn it. Stupid.
This is just one of the best horror movies of the 80s for sure, and maybe of all time. I mean, it is a great, great movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'll definitely watch that. That'll be probably the first thing that I watch of the list of things that I need to watch.
Check it out.
So, moving on, my number 1 pick is a classic by Alfred Hitchcock, and that is Rear Window.
That was my number 1 too.
I mean, it's all set within the apartment. You have James Stewart, Grace Kelly. The thing that I liked about the film is that, you know, when he looks out to the other tenants in the other buildings, I mean, the film is not just about James Stewart's character. I mean, you can literally tell the stories that are going on in the other apartments. I mean,
it's an incredible set. Like,
oh, absolutely.
the whole
amazing.
Around the courtyard, all the
I mean,
apartments.
you have characters like Miss Torso, you have Miss Lonely Hearts, you have
poor Miss Lonely Hearts.
Yeah, the piano guy, the newlyweds who are doing their thing, you know, behind the shutters. I mean, by the end of the film, it feels like you learn about all of the characters and their stories are all told completely. I mean, it's a great film by Hitchcock.
Oh,
so.
it's amazing. And it does kind of all take place from the view of the one apartment, and then also within the larger set. So it's just impressive on a couple different levels as far as what they did with the location. I mean,
classic film that you have to see if you haven't seen it. So
Yeah.
that does it for our top 5 this time. If you have any comments or questions, if you want to let us know what your definition of a film set in one place is, that would be great, because I think Dog Day Afternoon totally belongs on this list. Please
Stretching it.
hit us up on MacGuffinPodcast.com, and we'll see you next time.
bye.
Bye.